RuneScape is about to change forever, as we just got a major announcement here that RuneScape is coming to PlayStation. So today at State of Play for PlayStation, Jagex dropped one of the biggest announcements in RuneScape Dragonwilds history, and honestly, it's one of the biggest in RuneScape history, period. They announced that RuneScape Dragonwilds is officially coming to PlayStation 5 this fall alongside the game's full 1.0 release. And this is the very first time that we've ever seen a RuneScape game land on the console platform, like ever, in the entire 2 decades of this franchise. And a little icing on top here, if you are a PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium subscriber, well then you'll be playing it for free on launch. No extra cost outside of your existing subscription. A lot of people have been asking about console support since the game basically dropped into early access last spring, and the RuneScape Dragonwilds has netted over 1 million players diving into the game since its launch, and the number one thing that has been asked, whether it's through comments on videos or content, or comments on Reddit, or even like suggestions inside of the game's official Discord community, you name it here, has always been console support. Will this RuneScape Dragonwilds game come to consoles, and if so, well, when would that be? Well, now we finally have that answer, and that is going to be fall of 2026. So what, in 3 to 5 months, basically, we should be seeing the RuneScape Dragonwilds game come to consoles. And if this is somehow your very first time checking out RuneScape Dragonwilds or seeing anything about this game, and you love survival crafting games like Enshrouded or Valheim, well then I absolutely recommend checking it out. And if you guys are on PC right now, you can actually dive into the game ahead of time prior to it coming to consoles and see all of the content that they've been putting out here since the game's early access launch. Now here's where things get interesting. Basically, after the announcement via the comments on YouTube and then also over in the Reddit community, some of the developers were actually going through and responding to people's questions or concerns about the game coming to the console platform. And I went ahead and pulled out the things that are worth noting here. The very first one is that players have asked, obviously, the biggest question about the elephant in the room, and that is this only going to be coming to PlayStation, or will it also be coming to Xbox or potentially even Nintendo Switch 2? And the answer that we got directly from that was obviously a repeat from the blog article via the announcement, but they're basically alluding here to they haven't give us all of the information around all of the platforms that they're going to be launching RuneScape Dragonwilds, that this announcement alone was just talking about the PlayStation platform because obviously the State of Play showcase is for the PlayStation. With that being said here, it's kind of assumed, or a theory going around, or my personal theory as well, we'll probably find out if RuneScape Dragonwilds is going to be launched on multiple platforms via their showcase, like the Xbox showcase that we have coming up soon. My guess is they're saving that announcement for it coming to Xbox for the Xbox showcase. Obviously, only time is going to tell, but once we do find out more platforms, I'll be sure here to let you guys know right away. But it definitely looks like they're alluding to supporting more platforms in the future, or potentially at the exact same time at the 1.0 release. Now, the second big thing that was being asked over and over again, and that is, will the game feature cross-play mechanics? Meaning, if you were on Steam playing the game, will you be able to play with a friend that is on PlayStation? And they said yes, that is full on their intention. They want everybody to be able to play the game from whatever platform that they choose that is supported by the developers, and then they'll be able to cross-play together. So you're not going to be limited to having that option. You'll have the solo offline mode that you can play if you would like. You'll have online servers and dedicated servers that you can join, and it's going to allow all the platforms to play together. Now, cross-save is something entirely different. Cross-save would basically give players the ability to pick up on their progress where they were left off at on the Steam platform if they did decide to play and buy the game on PlayStation. Now, with that being said, this has not been confirmed or technically denied by the developers at this point. It has been asked several times, but we have not got a direct answer, and obviously until we get a direct answer, we're not going to 100% for sure be able to confirm if this feature is going to be available. I will say, for my personal thought here, in theory, it is not going to happen because your save right now currently is local on your machine and obviously platform when the PlayStation does launch. I don't see them migrating that or changing that or manipulating that in any way. The game does still support the offline, solo player mode all the way up to dedicated servers. I just don't think that they're going to offer the ability to have the cross play or cross save mechanic. But again, I could be completely wrong. If something does change or come out that is confirmed, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And survivors, that is not all here. During the State of Play trailer or preview that they set up here via the showcase for RuneScape Dragonwilds, at the very end, we got a teaser reveal. And that is our very first look at Fuzon, which, if you guys don't know, is technically going to be the end boss here for the brand new region, Umbral Sands, that is set to launch this month. Technically later this month, but still launching here in June. Every single region for RuneScape Dragonwilds, as you would assume, has a dragon boss, and this new region for Umbral Sands is going to be Fuzon. We know everything about this dragon up to this point, but we have yet to actually full see him, and it looks like it is going to be what the official boss is going to look like. And looking at the wall here on the side, it is going to be a massive dragon. I did see some speculation here about this could potentially be the reveal of the red dragons for the Umbral Sands zone, but I 100% do not think that is going to be the case. If we look and compare the dragon models, whether it's the green dragon from the first couple zones, the blue dragons, or now the red dragons for Umbral Sands, they've kind of been keeping with the exact same theme and like lackluster design compared to the boss dragons like Amaru or even Velgar. They have a lot more detail and, you know, design to them, and that's why I think we're going to see this one, and this one is actually Fuzon and not an example of the red dragon. And when it comes to these boss dragons, these are honestly the most challenging pinnacle fight that you can experience inside of the game for each region. It is the final boss in that region, leading all the way up to the Cauldra dragon herself. So again, this is going to be absolutely awesome. He looks amazing, and I can't wait to see what his full skill mechanics are. And this is a massive moment for Dragonwilds, and honestly, the whole RuneScape franchise in general. This is the very first time that we've actually got a RuneScape game not exclusive to PC and actually on a console platform. With that being said, I think this is going to introduce a huge influx of sales, obviously, for the team, but also a bunch of players diving into the game for the very first time. I've had comments after comments, and I know a lot of people in my community alone here for survival crafting games have been asking and been waiting for this game to launch on consoles so they can dive in and check it out for the very first time, along with everybody else that has been waiting for the game's official 1.0 release, which we now know and continue to know that it is set to launch both of those here in fall of this year. So we've got maybe 3 to 5 months, if you will, to see this game officially make its way to console, and I think it's going to be just the only start here for RuneScape Dragonwilds, along with anything else that Jagex has planned here in the future.